Hi guys, and welcome to the Real Madrid stream. Hope you guys are doing good and having a nice day. Sorry about the delay before. It was because I was actually at my football training. Just got back now. As you can see, not the most prepared, but yeah, I just put on an Al Nassr kit. We are watching Real. They've just kicked off here as well in the stadium. Hope everyone's having a nice day, doing good. And yeah, W's, welcome GX to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Welcome Indu. Hope you're having a nice day. And welcome Random. Hope you're also having a nice day too. Here are the lineups for Real versus Villarreal. So for Madrid, we have Courtois as the goalkeeper, left back Carreras, the two centre backs, DinoDoomz and Militao. The right back is Fede. The two midfielders are Ceballos and Tchouaméni. Left wing Vini, right wing Mastantuono. AM is going to be Arda, and striker is Mbappe. So that is the lineup for Real Madrid. Villarreal is lining up with Tennis as the goalkeeper, Mourinho as the right back, Marin and Vega as the two centre backs. Of course, that's Renato Vega from Portugal. I'm actually surprised he joined Villarreal. Cardona is the left back. Buchanan is the right mid. Comasana and Partey are the two midfielders. Gueye is the left mid. Molero is the striker on the left. And Ola Weisei is the striker on the right. So they are the two lineups. And it's going to be with Real Madrid this time playing backwards towards Eder Militao. Hopefully this is a W. We get back to a strong win here against Villarreal. Pretty strong team. They are currently, if we take a look at the La Liga table, they are third. So, we do need a win here to sort of strengthen our top, our sight at the top. Of course, Barcelona can pass us. We have to beat them in the El Clasico. Lamine Yamal supposedly missing the El Clasico as well due to injury, I've heard. And I'm good. Thanks for asking, Random. And you posted your first thread on 4chan. I mean, I've never posted on 4chan before. I've actually never been on the platform. So I've heard a lot of, myths and legends about 4chan. Maybe I should go on it one time. But yeah, W's. Carreras, Mbappe, now over to Vini. Good one-touch play there from Real. Something I was doing a little bit earlier in my own football training there. Always clutching up for the team. Vini now to Carreras, back to Vini. And it's now going to be with Mbappe, just holding up the ball. He might play it on the left wing. He does. He plays it back to Vini. And those two are really having a good link-up this season. I've got to say, it's definitely a better link-up than, the previous seasons. I feel like they definitely have some sort of strong connection here compared to last season, should I say, not previous seasons. And I really think that this season could be the one where we see the best of the duo so far. Valverde back to Eder Militao. Both look very on form as well, especially Vini. He's definitely returned to his former self. He definitely is locked in. He's showing, his capabilities, what he can do for the club, like he was doing prior. That's a good lofted ball over to Mbappe on the right wing here. It's now going to be back to Fede. It's actually Mastantuono had that. It kind of looked like Mbappe with the, the lighting on his skin there. It's going to be now Tchouaméni. Back to Ceballos, now over to DinoDoomz. DinoDoomz, a rock at the back. He's starting every game basically now. Sort of like Inigo Martinez for Al Nassr. He's always at the back there, for the team, strong and always in the right position at the right time in defense, I feel like, as well. We haven't conceded too many goals with him as the, the centre back, though, Atletico Madrid, bit of a different story. That's why I was sort of surprised when we did lose to them by that much. I really felt like that wasn't possible this season, but, surprise, surprise, Atleti always finds a way, don't they, to be the most irritating team on the planet. Valverde, now to Eder Militao. Now over to Ceballos, passing it forward. Now over to Carreras. Carreras basically starts every game too. That guy is phenomenal as a right back. Left back. I feel like we don't really need any other left backs for now. He's sort of like the new gen Marcelo. Not in the terms of, the similar quality to Marcelo, but, I feel like he performs similarly in terms of he's always there for the team. He's very reliable. And welcome, Abdullah, to the stream. Hope you're doing good. It's now Eder Militao. One touch there from Tchouaméni. Surprised Rodrigo's not starting this game. Again, Mastantuono playing. I don't really agree with it. I would have played Rodrigo as the starter just because I feel like, Rodrigo has just been very performative lately in the games. I posted a short clip of him in the Kairat Almaty match What a guy. He is honestly phenomenal with the dribbling. And welcome CDF to the stream. Hope you're doing good as well. W's. I was going to get the chat up on my phone because I had it up on the phone the previous days. But yeah, just, just arrived back from my training. So I got to set up here, just the chat. This is going to be a throw-in for Villarreal, so perfect timing as well. Oops, not bad. Ignore the echo. Okay, there we go. So this is now going to be with Tchouaméni. Now over to Arda Güler. And Valverde. Back to Eder Militao. And now over to Dean Huijsen. We just need to find the line breaks. I feel like line breaks are the best play for us in terms of, we can also do really well against Barcelona with that sort of stuff. Mbappe trying to break the offside. I feel like we should also copy how, I don't know, we should copy how PSG played for their second goal. Also, I think it was, who did it? Someone else in La Liga did it. The only team that beat Barcelona, I think it was Rayo Vallecano. They did the perfect offside trap where dud to the offside trap where they positioned the striker up forward, you play to the pacey winger, then it causes the offside trap on the striker, but the striker, it doesn't matter if they're offside because that's not the whole point. The whole point is you pass to the winger, they sprint up the field, cross into the striker, it's a tap-in. And that is really kind of what we need to do. I feel like against them, we need to just play Mbappe basically, 5 meters in front of the offside trap, and then we pass it, Arda Güler, Vinny, pace in front, cut it into Mbappe, and then it's a free through ball straight to goal. Mbappe passes through to Arda Güler, takes a shot, just goes over the bar there. That was a good shot. Yeah, almost. And where is Sherry? I have no idea. I don't babysit people in the chat, so I don't know. Sherry's probably doing something. And this is going to be showing the replay here. Mbappe, what a pass to Arda Güler, and then he just fires it really high. I don't think it's the best of shots. It's close. It's not the best of shots. I mean, he could have done maybe a ground cut, but, it's a little bit hard to do that in the moment. You just fire it towards the goal, hope that it goes in. And it was a good shot in the end, I feel like. Not the best, but good. Here we go. It's going to be Tenas taking the goal kick. And hi, Clicks. Welcome to stream. You finished your Bahrain tournament versus an 18-year-old. W's, Clicks. Well, congratulations. Hope you won. I don't know. If you lost, it's okay. I'm sure you did amazing. If you won, that's outstanding. W's, Clicks. Just going to the tournament in general, competing is phenomenal. And Valverde now over to Mastantuono. Back to Eder Militao. Was a good shot, a lot of power, exactly, yeah. Just didn't find the target there. Almost challenged the goalkeeper, was close to challenging him. I feel like if you just put it maybe 2 centimeters lower, it would have been a touch from the goalie. Valverde takes a rocket from outside the box. I think the ball actually went out by Vinny. It should have been a goal kick. But Real Madrid do get a throw in here, surprisingly. Yeah, it's going to be a replayed throw-in here. The referee, I think, is checking for a throw-in. I don't know. Nah, he's not. He just let Real Madrid take the throw-in there. I mean, I don't know if the ball went out. I don't think it did. And you got second, Clicks. That's great. Second place is great. You win some, you lose some. That's how it is. And I'm sure you had an improved moment from it, where you improve yourself, get better. And you overall... I wish you luck in the next tournament, It just lets you have a little bit of desire to win more, I feel like, Setbacks always cause greatness. Mbappe playing it up into the left wing, back to Carreras. And the best person to know about that, of course, would be Kylian. Has had, some of the most setbacks, I feel like, in terms of unluckiness in football, Mbappe. And we're actually the same team. Oh, I see. So he was like a... in-team tournament or something. I don't know. And it's going to be a lobbed ball over by Comensana, trying to find Tchouaméni. It's going to be cleaned up by Dean Huijsen. Back to Tchouaméni, playing the third centre-back role today. Ceballos back to Militao. And now over to Huijsen. Valverde, Huijsen again. Now back to Militao. And just trying to hold up on the left wing. And playing it through, there's going to be Carreras trying to hold up the ball in the center of the field, and it's going to be played back over to Tenas. Now it's with Mourinho. Tenas. And almost intercepted there by Mastantuono. That was a risky pass by the goalkeeper there. He was trying to find Partey in the midfield, who has the ball now. You know, he had some controversy back in Arsenal forcing his leave. He joined Villarreal. You know, Spain sort of just ignored that controversy, which I'm surprised by. And yeah, he's just still playing. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of it, but I'm surprised that they actually still letting this guy play for, yeah, Valverde. And it's going to be a through ball there to Mbappe. I think Mbappe should have left it to Vinny, to be honest, because he just loses the ball to Partey. Now it's going to be over to Buchana. And you're actually sparring partners, so you weren't scared, but the ref counted on him. And he was more than you by 1 point. 1 point you lost by. That's actually sad. I mean, you know, it shows how close the match was, I guess. That's all I can say. It just shows that it was a close matchup. You weren't bad. I mean, if it was by, like, I don't know what the pointing system is, but say, let's pretend the pointing system's out of, like, 200 and you got 50 points and you got 150, like, that would be sort of bad. Vinny, cutting it in, trying to find Mbappe, unable to. Good hold up by Ardagula, back to Tchouaméni. Now over to Valverde, who is very actually pushing high as a right back. It's now going to be over to Ceballos, Dean Huijsen. I heard rumors that Xabi Alonso did not want to play Valverde right back in this game. He's playing it right back, you know, now. Maybe those rumors were just, you know, created by the media to sort of cause some tension in the, you know, the dressing room there. I don't think there was any tension to begin with, because I did hear, you know, there was some sort of stuff between, you know, Xabi Alonso and Valverde and arguing and stuff. I don't think there is, to be fair. I really think that it's just a whole bunch of rumors by the media to try and, you know, create drama in this Real Madrid team. Mastantuono, good skill, by the way, there. He is fouled in the end, just pulled off the ball by, I think that is Cardona, not even caring for the tackles quality. It's going to be a free kick now for Real. Yellow card also for Cardona. And, you know, you think he got 1 point more because the third round he got you a cross in the last 4 seconds. I see. Okay, here we go. It's going to be a cross by Mastantuono. Let's see what he sends this ball to. Valverde is actually going to take. It's a quick switch up here. Ardagula is also positioned there. I don't know. Yeah, Valverde does it. Ardagula is going to take it over to Ceballos. It's played now into the left wing there with Vinny. I don't like this passing set piece stuff. I just want it fired in the box, please. I mean, we're losing the ball here. It's a whole bunch of nonsense. Just play it into the box, guys. Keep it simple. We're trying to be too fancy, I feel like. I don't know. Just play it in from now on. Dean Huijsen now over to Vinny. Good dub by Carreras as well. Confused the defense. Vinny holding it up. Plays into Ceballos. Tries to find the pass, and that just shows Ceballos' lack of quality there. Just unable to do anything. And it's now going to be over to Buchana. And it's going to be a Villareal throw-in there. And it's Marcelino Garcia they're showing as the coach for Villarreal. He's done a good job so far this season, you know. Getting to third place, 17 points. Real Madrid on 19, if this game is counted as a draw. So if we go by the, you know, 7 games played, it would be 18 points for Real. Villarreal would be on 16. Barca on 19, of course. So, yeah, definitely if Villarreal do get a win over us somehow here, they will be placed on, if I'm correct, 19 points, so equal first. Not got the highest goal difference, +8. They've conceded 5, scored 13. Barca's scored 21 and, you know, conceded 5. And we've scored 16, conceded 8. You know, so I feel like here that it is going to be sort of a tense match, tense top of the table match. It's not going to be the easiest of matches up, I feel. And Chelsea won in the last minute and Maresca got a red card. That is insane. Because now Liverpool are second, and it's with equal matches played as well. So yeah, Liverpool are definitely suffering at this point. And to be honest, I do think it's on Arne Slot. I don't think he's the best coach. If we're going to be real, I actually think he's relying too much on quality and players in form rather than actually coaching a team. And you can see that, last season he was literally relying solely on Salah to win games. He'd do some other occasional stuff with some of the other players, but it was very heavily reliant on Salah, on Van Dijk's quality, on some of these players' quality, rather than, individual coaching. And you can see that this season. He doesn't know what to do with Isak. He doesn't know what to do with Florian Wirtz. He doesn't know what to do with Ekitike, to be honest. I feel like Ekitike is performing better than Isak just because, he plays more of a centre-forward role rather than the striker. I do think Arne Slot maybe needs to start actually coaching the players rather than just relying on, whatever, just ability of players. And Chelsea just peak in big matches. I know Chelsea is always performing in the big matches. Also, United did win their game today as well. Sesko scored, Mason Mount scored, and Le Mans clean sheet. As I said, Le Mans should have been starting for United. He should have been. I don't know what Amarim's, decision was not starting him in any of the games before now. Yeah, absolute disgraceful decision. But he's starting now, and hopefully, we can see some form from United. Dean Huijsen now playing it over to Carreras. Vinny, who's playing very deeply. He gives a long ball cross over to Valverde. Arne Slot is a fraud. I mean, I actually might agree with you there a little bit. I don't think he's the biggest fraud because he did, of course, win the Premier League, and you can't take stuff away from that. But I feel like he's not the coach that people make him out to be. I think Jurgen Klopp was a far superior coach, because he built that team from phase one. It's going to be now pacing up the field here. Villareal with Marino. He's going to play it back to Comensana, the captain. Sends a dead ball long, and it goes straight out. It's going to be a goal kick here for Courtois. Santic just could not find the space to hit that one. And it's going to be out now with Ceballos, now over to Carreras. I like how Vinny's dropping back a lot lately. Don't know if anyone's been seeing that, but yeah, he drops very deep in the recent Real games, and I do like that. Dean Huijsen tries to find some space there for Mbappe, and it's going to be cleaned up by the goalkeeper, Tenas. He just picks up the ball. Time wasting. Villarreal, a point here is good for them as well, so I'm sure they're not going to be complaining about getting any points. 1 point, a draw is fine, especially at the Bernabeu. You have to play to, as hard as possible, really. You have to play defensively because the Bernabeu atmosphere is just too much for some teams. Like they're just losing the ball in the defense. Cardona, back heel by Mbappe to Valverde. Sorry, Mastantuono to Valverde. Losing the ball in the middle of the box there, Kylian. And Eder Militao cleaning up the mess. Courtois catching. Or should I say he just touches the ball and starts dribbling out. Militao. Klopp used to train his players and save money. Arne Slot does the opposite. Yeah, Slot doesn't really have a sense of money. I think he just buys. Klopp, academy builder. Phenomenal academy builder at that. I mean, he is such an exceptional coach. That really, to be honest, I do feel that if Klopp was still coaching Liverpool now, I mean, maybe they would have won a Prem, maybe they wouldn't have. But I think they would be in such a good situation with some of their players. Good through ball there by Ceballos to find Carreras. Good cross, and it's going to be now I don't even know what they've given. I think they've given a free kick here for Villarreal. They just dove in the box. Outside the box there. Marino. That was definitely a dive. Let's have a look. So Carreras not even touching him. Yeah, complete and utter dive there. I mean, I don't know how much more divey you can make it. That is the most evident dive I have seen in my entire life. Not even joking. That was disgraceful. Trent up in the stands with his new girlfriend. Where's Jude? Don't know. It's kind of weird. It's not with his brother. Okay, header away from Tchouaméni. And it's now going to be with Olawesia. And sends it over. Goal kick for Courtois. Now Valverde plays it back to Tchouaméni. Now over to Dean Huijsen. And now going to be to the left wing here. Kylian just holding up the ball. He might... Oh, sorry, Vinny. holding up the ball. Now it's with Mbappe, should I say. And Mbappe plays it over to Vinny. Good through ball by Vinny, just intercepted. It's going to be cleaned up by Ceballos. Good clean up there. Nice skill from Ceballos. Passes to Mbappe. Mbappe trying to skill in, takes the shot. What a shot. Tennis catches that. I mean, that was a good shot with the amount of space, the amount of power he sort of just accumulated there. I mean, that is insane. How's he doing that, Kylian? What a shot. Tennis, nice dive, nice save. Dean Huijsen, good cleanup on the offensive there for Villarreal. It's now going to be back with Carreras. Tchouaméni. Now over to Vinny in the left wing. He's doing good so far. He gets absolutely pulled off the ball. Yellow card coming out. Deserved yellow card. That was a horrendous pull there from Mourinho. He should really be on a red for a dive and then that. You know, I mean, what is that? Not even trying to hide the complete foul on Vinny. We're like, what are we doing? Ardagula to Vinny. He's going to just play it back over to Huijsen. Huijsen now to Tchouaméni, Militao. And now to Mastantuono. And a deep ball there, trying to find Ardagula. Now it's with Vinny. Deep cross, header. There's an almost box shot there. Tchouaméni absolutely strikes it in. Unfortunately, doesn't hit the target. That was unlucky. Good cross by Vinny there. Let's have a look at this again. So he brings it up to left wing from Carreras. Just sends it in. Trying to find Mastantuono or Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni does hit it. Just unlucky. It just scrapes past the far post on the right-hand side. I mean, that is very unlucky, that header. I think he just hits it at the back of his head rather than the front. Yeah, he hits on the side. I think he didn't get the correct contact he wanted there, Tchouaméni. Good pressure from Real. They win it in the box here. It's going to be with Mbappe passing it in. Wait, who passed that in to Mbappe? Oh, it was Mbappe to Mastantuono. Yeah, how is he missing that? Absolute tap-in miss right there from Mastantuono. And that's why Rodrigo should be starting, guys. Hands down. And hi, Alexa. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing good. It's going to be a corner. I mean, it was intercepted, but still, that should be a finish. I don't know why we're starting this guy still. He's not starter quality. And then he sends that to space. Please, can this guy not start any more games for us? I don't know what he's doing. What is Mastantuono doing, bro? It's just atrocious gameplay. I mean, fair enough, the first one, I mean, that's a good block by Renato Vega. But, I mean, the second one, he's just wasting it. I don't think that's acceptable. And Mastantuono 3 rating, yeah. I get the first one was, you know, a pretty hard one to block, but yeah. And hi, Mafanello, welcome to stream. And yeah, we need to start being more clinical. Yeah, you love Vega. I love Vega too. Renato Vega, I actually want him to come to Al Nassr, to be honest. I want him to link up with Cristiano, but yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get that. I look tired. It's because I just got back from football training. So yeah, that's why I'm a little bit more, you know, I had no break in between. Just got back and instantly on the stream. And are they playing Rodrigo? No, they're not playing Rodrigo. Mastantuono is taking up the position, and that is a huge error decision. I feel like that should really be either Ondrick playing striker, then we play, you know, Mbappe as the other striker, and we play in the right wing Ardagula, or it should be Rodrigo playing as a starter. I mean, I don't know. Vinny looking so good this game. Exactly. Vinny is looking fresh. He's looking hype. And I appreciate Vinny for really, you know, becoming a team player. He has been this season. He's been developing, you know. And I really do think that's for the better of the team. Like he said in the Atletico match, he was talking to Koke, and he said to Koke was like saying Mbappe's better than you. You don't deserve the number 7. And he was like saying that he's a crybaby, whatever. And Vinny said that I'm working with Mbappe. He's my best friend. I'm working with him. And we are doing it for the better of the team. And that's really respectful from Vinny, to be honest. It is really respectful. And I appreciate that from him, becoming a team player. Last season, he was not really being a team player. He was sort of being, I lost the Ballon d'Or, so I need to try and do everything possible to win it. And that's, you know, a downfall for players. And the blocked goal would have been saved by keeper anyway. He didn't place it good. Yeah, I know. It wasn't a good placement. Good block by Renato. I mean, nothing to take away from that block. Vinny. Back pass there. That was a good back pass to Huijsen, who takes an absolute rocket. And it's now back into the defense. Eder Militao plays it back to Courtois. And Rodrigo should leave. Yeah, I know. In all honesty, I don't want Rodrigo to leave. But if they're going to keep benching him like this, I mean, just loan him out at least for a season. Let him play. He needs to play in the World Cup for Brazil. So, you know, him not getting game time here is really, I think it's for the worst of the team. Vinny. Now over to Carreras. Ceballos. Now over to Mastantuono. Valverde. Back to Mastantuono. Now into the defense here with Tchouaméni, Militao. Holding it up. It's going to be with Ceballos. Ceballos has actually, you know, come from being meh at the start of the game. First 10 minutes, he was absolutely horrendous to now he's actually performing. Good on him. You know, he's finding position. He did a nice rotation skill before as well. And Maffanello is a Barcelona fan. He is here to bring bad morale. Don't worry. You know, I respect, you know, any fan of football, I respect. I don't mind if you're a Barca fan. I mean, I don't like Barca. I really dislike them, but I respect football fans. So if you're here to just enjoy the match, then no problem. And yeah, W's. And hi, Maffanello. I said hi already. Matter of time for Real Madrid to score. They will score multiple goals this game. Yeah, we should really get back onto scoring form here. I really think that Atletico loss was so out of character. It really was something that I didn't expect to happen of that, you know, magnitude, loss as well. That magnitude, it doesn't make sense. It literally makes zero sense onto why we lost by that many goals, 5-2. I thought the comeback, you know, when we got 2-2, and first of all 2-1, then 2-2, I thought we were going to win. But yeah, that is disgraceful. It's going to be Mastantuono. Good cross there. That was actually a good cross. And miss by Tchouaméni. Again, he finds the header. Yeah, that was unlucky there by Tchouaméni. He is getting unlucky in this game with the headers, but he will eventually find one. I have a feeling Tchouaméni will score. He'll get the goal he's looking for. Good tracking back by Mastantuono and Valverde here, trying to win the ball. It's going to be played for a foul? How is Villarreal getting a foul there? What the heck is going on? Okay, yeah, okay, fair enough. I didn't know why they got a foul there. That was an unlucky tackle there by Valverde. Tried to find the ball. It had sort of a weird bounce. Good cross from Mastantuono here. They're just showing the replay. Yeah, Tchouaméni unlucky. Exactly, unlucky twice. Why can't he place it? I don't know. No, I just think Tchouaméni's just getting unlucky with the header contact. That's why he's just not finding the back of the net. Because it is hard to find a whipped cross like that. It was, you know, a lot of pressure. You got 4 guys marking you. You're the only guy in the box, basically. You had Kelly in there, but you're one of the only guys, and you have to try and place that at the, you know, the near post. And that is a good catch. Courtois. And Courtois just rolls out to Carreras. And you did the stream. W's, I guess. Carreras. Now over to Eder Militao. Hopefully he scores again in the future as well, Militao, because I love it when he scores, you know. Always just lightens up the mood of the match. Valverde back to Militao. It's going to be now with Dean Huijsen. I like how Dean Huijsen runs out really far. You know, he helps develop the attack. He finds those place through balls as well and long balls. But sometimes he also just goes for the short option. You know, he is really versatile. Good signing from Bournemouth. I really do think that, you know, Real Madrid got a gem there. Plays the national team as well. Valverde to Mbappe. Back to Valverde. And it's a deep cross. We have 71% ball possession, by the way. That is quite a lot. 29% ball possession for Villarreal. You know, it's one of the more ball possession heavy matches. And this is now going to be over to Dean Huijsen, Carreras, Vinny. Now it's going to be with Ceballos again. That looked like a foul there, but it's going to be played on by the referee. I think that was actually Carreras who got fouled. It's now going to be with Gueye. Just plays it back into the Defense, good through ball there by Renato Vega, finding the runner. It's going to be now with Oluwaseyi. That guy's name is so hard to say. The striker, of course. And it's now with Partey. He's trying to play it in. Good tackle there. And Carreras now over to Valverde. Losing it. Partey takes the shot. And it's going to be won back by Mastantuono. He's running for it. And that is going to be back into the defense here for Villarreal. It's their turn to have a couple of attacks strung together. Renato Vega now over to Cardona. And now to Partey. It's a foul. Yeah, I definitely think that was a foul before. I'm surprised they didn't call that. Vega just holding up the ball. Plays it over to the left wing there with Cardona, who's overlapping. And Guai's now with it. Finds a through ball. It's going to be marked up nice and easy by Arda Güler and Eder Militao. Güler sends it long to Vinny. Nice touch. Holding it. And now over to Mbappe. Now to Carreras. And it's a good tackle there for Mourinho. And it's now going to be a run by him. Now into the midfield for Partey. A lot of ball possession here for both teams, to be honest, in terms of passes strung together. It's not really a sloppy game, which, you know, I can appreciate. Also, my chat keeps disappearing on this phone here. Let me just get this up. It's now with, on the right wing, Buchanan. Trying to dud Carreras. I don't think he can be dudded that easily. Easy tackle. We love to see that. Alvaro, absolutely insane. He wins the throw-in too. Wow, I did not expect that. He actually won the throw-in completely off Buchanan. And your number 2, W's. Mafanello, W's. Militao. Long ball, trying to find Mbappe. That was a good long ball there. It might be mistouched. It is by Marin. It's going to be with Arda Güler trying to pass to Mbappe, unable to. That link up between Güler and Mbappe has actually been insane this season. Güler's assisted nearly every goal by Mbappe. Same with Vinny. It's between those two that have nearly assisted all of them. Vinny trying to find some space. It looks like he's taken down. The referee just allows the play to continue there. I don't think there was a foul. Ceballos passing it back now to Carreras. Now over to Vinny. Vinny holding it up. And passing it over to Kylian. Through ball to Arda Güler. Güler now over to absolutely no one. And one of them should really got it there, Vinny or Carreras. That's not really Güler's fault. That's an open pass. Mbappe didn't look too happy about some of the tackles that were on him. That was a good shoulder pass by Mbappe as well. I mean, I posted a clip the other day of Ronaldo doing a shoulder in training to score. That is pretty crazy. Mbappe hitting the shoulder and the pass there. Ferland Mondi and Dani Carvajal are watching from the stands as well, and Rudiger. All three of them injured. Please sell Mondi in the transfer window. I would really appreciate it. Please, Real, Xabi Alonso, get it done. Get some money for that guy. Buy an actual, defender. Ceballos trying to find some space. It's now going to be over with Molero? Yellow card as well coming out for Ceballos. Looks like he's absolutely dunks on Molero there. It was Tchouaméni who gets it. One of those two had it. They were both on the... I actually can't believe that was given as a yellow card as well. What a dive. Okay, here we go. It's going to be a free kick for Partey to take, I believe. It's either Partey or Guai taking. Here we go. Going to send it long, I think. Partey's not going to shoot. He's going to cross it in. Definitely. Thomas Partey always has, quality, besides the fact that he, he's got his controversies, but he should have a quality here to cross it in. He was good for Arsenal, I feel like. Very strong DM, can be offensive-minded as well. He sends a deep cross, headed clear by Mastantuono. It's now with Militao in the right-back position. Sends a long ball, trying to find Kylian. It's defended by Partey. And sent back by Renato Vega all the way to Tenas, who's going to grab the ball up nice and easy. And now Villarreal are going to time waste at the back. It's now with Marin. Scoreline predictions, guys. Drop them in the chat. I do believe this is going to be a 2-0 for Real, just because I don't know if we're going to be able to score a lot against this team, just because they are playing very defensively. And this is now over to Tchouaméni. And, okay, see you next time, Mafanello. Fair enough. Yeah, see you later, W's. Now with Carreras. Dienhuisen. Militao. 3-1 for Real Madrid. Okay, fair score prediction. Hopefully, if we get a goal, usually we build momentum by if we score more. You know, not always the case, definitely. But I do think that it will be the case here where we can get a solid win. You know, at the moment, it's not looking too convincing in terms of a lot of goals, but I do believe that if we get one, we should be able to, especially if we get an early one. One before halftime would be great as well. Always hoping for the clean sheet too, but you know, stuff always happens in the Real games you can't predict. For example, penalties given for free and free kicks and stuff. Bastantuono to Ceballos, tries to find a cross. There is a handball there, and that is going to be a free kick outside the box there. Definite handball by Guay. Definite. No doubt about that one. Handball and free kick outside the box. Yeah, exactly. That is definitely a handball. He just puts his hands up like that. I mean, it doesn't get more obvious. And welcome back, Alexa. W's. Yeah, showing the Mastantuono highlights here. Definitely should be subbed off at the 50th, I think. You know, maybe play him for another 5 minutes after the halftime. Bring on Rodrigo. Play him for a solid 30, 40 minutes. See him through the game. Come on, let's see what can happen here. Kylian's only scored a couple. Oh, it's going to be Arda Güler crossing it in. I don't think Mbappe's taken. Yeah. Looks like Mbappe might go for the header. Let's have a look. Yeah, Arda Güler's going to take this one. Tchouaméni at the back post. Maybe he'll get his header goal. Ceballos just asking for the wall marker. Renato Vega's saying that it should be somewhere else. The ball there, saying that Arda Güler's moved it, but I don't think it was moved. I think that he's kind of yapping. Here we go. Arda Güler. Will he cross it or he shoot? He shoots, hits the wall. That was not great. And then he sends a missile across the goal. Whoa, okay. The second shot was far superior compared to the first. Unlucky in terms of the direction. That initial was not great. He should have really actually crossed back post there in the end. I think it wasn't the best idea to shoot. But yeah. Here we go. So now going to be Tenas. And let's see what Tenas does with it. Sends it deep. And it's going to be contacted by, I think that is Buchanan. He's just trying to hold up the ball. Plays it back into the defense there for Partey. Mourinho now with it, sending it forward. And it's going to be mopped up by Dienhuisen. Don't know why he cleared out there. He should have really passed back to Courtois. That's kind of strange. And it's going to be a throw-in now. Okay, let's see what Villareal will do with their throw. Play backwards. We'll have to wait and see. Okay. Is that Partey taking? I think Partey's taking... Okay, he's taking the throw. Just wondering what was going there. We'll win by 3 goals going down. That's Madrid's habit. I mean, yeah, it's definitely, you know, in terms of goal-scoring form, we did come off the back of a good, solid win. However, we do need to get an initial goal, I think, to start getting goal form. Mastantuono, get off the field, please. Just get off. Get off the field. I don't know what is going on there with you, but please. It is so atrocious, the gameplay. I mean, it's not even a foul, really. He just dove. And hi, Pancake. Well, in stream. Are we doing good? W's. Carreras. Now back to Ceballos. You just changed your profile picture? I swear you've changed it. Let's see your profile picture now. Because it used to be Rousey. It's now Rousey Halloween edition. Wow. W's. Carreras sends it long over to Arda Güler. Mastantuono. Yes, for Halloween. Let's go. Now to Arda Güler. Sending it through. That was a good through ball. Unfortunate there that it didn't make the contact. And it's now going to be over straight out by Villareal there. It was a bad pass by Oluwaseyi. Quick throw by Valverde to Eder Militao. There is a 99 Nights in the Forest update. Okay, that's cool. Hope you enjoy playing it if you do. Tchouaméni now to Carreras. Alvaro, good pass to Mbappe. And that is going straight out. It's going to be a throw-in now for Real. I think it was a deflection by Mbappe there. Carreras is going to take quickly back to Vinny. I should no-hit Nabsta Bluk 500 times for Halloween. 500 times. Okay, I mean, that's an insane amount. Maybe I'll do it maybe 50. Because I'll be there for literally forever if I did 500. But yeah, that's actually a good idea. First of all, pancakes or W's coming up with that. Good run by Oluwase. Please don't concede this. Come on. Courtois, you absolute legend. You absolute legend, Courtois. That is so good. That save. You are the savior of Real. You're the best goalkeeper. Do not leave the club. I don't care if you're 40. I don't care if you're 50. Stay in the club all the time. Absolute crazy save there by Thibaut Courtois. Look at the dive. Just goes in on Oluwase, and it's a phenomenal save. That is literally save of the match. MVP already for me, Courtois, because he is so good. Yeah, and oh, you're going to sleep, Alexa. Hope you have a nice rest of your sleep, and have a nice sleep. It's going to be now Eder Militao. Now over to Tchouaméni. It's going to be with Mastantuono just holding up the ball. Again, I feel like Real, it's, you know, a bit risky with the fast breaks because we are playing two at the back. It's not the best in terms of, you know, reliability and structure. We need to sort of be calm with how we're playing here. So, yeah, I do think that we need to sort of control ourselves. And you change your pick as well. Okay, Alexa, I'll check it out. Let me have a look. Let's see your new profile picture. And it's of Champions League trophy. Let's go. What Champions League trophy specifically is that one? I can't remember which one that is because it's like 2 meters zoomed in. So, you know, not the hardest to see. And I'm just looking at that replay again because I got the replay on here. What a save. They're hands down the best save I've seen in like a while as well. That is such a good save there. And honestly, Courtois, he needs more recognition as how much he does for our team as well. I mean, he is just, you know, the savior. He is the savior of Real Madrid in nearly every situation too, I feel like. It's just, you know, there's no appreciation you can't give Thibaut Courtois. It really is. Just have a look at it again. What a save, man. The dive and everything. How'd they not concede again, by the way? I don't get that. Mastantuono just... I know. What is this guy doing? It's just another trap. He's so far put up the most stink performances every single time. Like, every time. I don't know why he just keeps just absolutely being trash. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand why he needs to really just leave. Not leave, but he should go on loan. I think that's going to be the best for him. Because in reality, what has he done successful so far? I mean, he hasn't done much. He needs time, but I don't like it so far. I don't like what I'm seeing. It's just miss after miss. I don't know. And you have 17 subs and no vids, W's. Fair enough. When is the Geometry Dash stream? Coming soon. Don't worry, it's coming soon. But yeah, we need to plan stuff out, you know, so it depends on when I can get stuff done, get stuff set up, and yeah. And you change your name to Henry. Okay, fair enough. Okay. So just refreshing my stream here. So far in terms of possession, if we take a look here at the stats, 73% possession for Real. Okay, it's your first name. Fair enough, Henry. You know, W's. 27% for Villarreal, 10 shots by Real, 4 for Villarreal, 1 on target as well. CR7 called up to play for Portugal. Yeah, he'll be called up every time. There's no doubt he's going to be called up for the World Cup. So, you know, we don't have to worry. CR7's going to play. Yao's playing. I mean, he's back on form as well. Yao is phenomenal, I think, when he's on form. So, hopefully, you know, we can see more of him and how he, you know, has developed this season into such a good player, honestly. He's just phenomenal, Yao Felix. And as well, you know, CR7, I think, is just, you know, such on form. So, why? Okay. I'm just trying to fix up the screen here. There we go. Jeez. Trying to configure stuff for 20 minutes. 341 accurate passes as well for Real. 113 for Villarreal. That's not great. It's now with Mbappe. Arda Güler. Now over to... not live. Now to Carreras. Deep cross. Might be a back post shot for Mastantuono to take. He holds it up. Please just shoot on target. Okay, you actually did something good there. Fair enough. He did something good. And hi, Sharky. Sup, Stepovers is your cousin, so he's saying, sorry, Lolly actually made you found this channel. I mean, W's. Sharky. Yeah, I can't remember Stepovers. What happened with Stepovers exactly? I don't know why he's saying sorry. I can't remember, but yeah. W Sharky. Hope you're having a nice day as well. And here we go. It's going to be a goal kick for Villareal. 1 minute of additional time here, so we got about, 30, 40 seconds left, unfortunately, of this half. Smash like for Real Madrid to win this one as well, guys. What is this? Okay, I take it back what I said about you and your shot. Just get off the field. Just get off the field, please. Just do a stop. Let's have a look at your foul. Yeah, it's actually a foul as well, Elba. I mean, the guy ran into him, so yeah. I don't know. I thought it was a little bit worse than that. I mean, he literally just sprints into him, but I mean, Mastantuono needs to just chill. He needs to chill, but also it's not really his fault. It's sort of like a thing. Yeah, just sub him off and put Rodrigo. That should be the smart play here. Xabi Alonso should be halftime immediately telling this kid, telling him, like, I know he's older than me, so, just pretend, I said kid in terms of, like, younger player. But he should be saying to him, you need to be a sub player now. You need to start showing your quality on the field, because you're not. He's not. He's not showing any quality on the field. He's really, Rodrigo needs to come on now and save us. I mean, he's showing absolutely nothing to me, to be honest, like, to justify him being a starter. A sub, fair enough. Coming off the bench, a youngster can prove himself. A starter, absolutely not. Absolutely not. When you got Rodrigo on the bench, and he's such good quality, always, performing for the team, plays for the badge, he should be starting. Let's go halftime interview here. That's kind of never knew they did half times. Yellow card for what? I know that it shouldn't have been a yellow card, but it should have been, Mastantuono getting off the field at halftime. Manager tactics are bad. Yeah, I mean, the manager's not doing the best of jobs. Xabi Alonso so far at Real. I mean, he's lost one game, but I mean, some of the wins that we've had, they're not always convincing in terms of attack rotation. We should be doing more on the attack, I think. Our most convincing win was actually, what game was it? There was a game where it was 4-1 against Levante. Why don't we play like that every game? I don't know. We literally I feel like that they're not convincingly winning games enough, Real, for the amount of, strats that we've been playing, the amount of attackers we have, the amount of quality. And that's all up to the fact that he's just playing just random people in right wing when we've got Rodrigo, One game it's Ardagula in right wing. I mean, Ardagula's not trash, so, it's not the worst end of the world, but we got Rodrigo. Play him and play Arda in midfield. It's that simple. Jude shouldn't be starting games until he gets better, because he's not obviously on form. He's just come off an injury. Mbappe, start every game, please, for, the rest of his existence at Real. And hi, Deathstrike, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing good. And also, you tried playing Clash Royale with you again. Okay, I wasn't online because I was at training, but yeah, W's Alexa. And yeah, W's. And W's Henry for leaving it up. Okay, this is showing the halftime talk here as well, just showing some of the highlights. Again, I feel like that in the matter of things, we need to master the tactic to beat Barcelona, because, PSG beat them 2-1 with a B-C team, as a B/C team. We should be beating them very convincingly if PSG's doing that, when we have that quality. And it's all down to the fact that we need striker up the front, right wing sitting on the offside line. He's not offside, though. He's a little bit deeper, so he doesn't get trapped when they do the trap thing. And the ball, pretend to go to strike, you pass to the right wing, and then they sprint. They're fast, or pass to the left wing. Fast, sprint past, cross into Mbappe, finish. That's how it works. It's a simple strat. and it works. And it should be like that when we do it against them in the, the El Clasico, which is coming up, of course, October 31st. I'm pretty sure it's on Halloween. Let's take a look what fixture is. Oh, it's October 26th. There's like a big match on the 31st, I'm pretty sure. If I take a look quickly here, I just want to see what match is on then. So we got today, nothing else. We got a bunch of no games for like another week, which is unfortunate. What game was on the 31st? There was none? I swear there was. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else there. There is Bayern versus Bayer Leverkusen on the 1st of November, though, and also Real Madrid versus Valencia. That's actually a big day. There's a lot of big games actually on that day, which is, of course, Saturday, November 1st. Wow. Yeah. In terms of stats as well, if we just take a look quickly here, they've actually committed 7 fouls against us. I think the referee's been very good this game. Guillermo Cuadra Fernandez. I can't remember what other games he's actually reffed for us. I don't know if he's reffed any this season. I can quickly check. I don't think he has. I'm not aware. But yeah, this referee has been good so far in terms of what he's called and what he's not called in terms of, balance. The last yellow card, not so. Last yellow card was not a yellow card. I mean, I got to be honest there. That was a very controversial decision. So yeah, just seeing here if he's reffed another game for us. And it looks like he hasn't for the last 5 games. Did he ref Osasuna? I think he might have reffed on match day 1. No. Maybe match day 2 against Oviedo. No, he didn't. Okay, this is the first time we've had this guy as our referee. So yeah, I think he's a good ref. Hopefully he's the El Clasico ref. I don't know. He seems pretty fair, pretty balanced. Highest player rated as well on FootMob is Vinny. I mean, not really, in my opinion. Who's the most performing player on the pitch to me? Courtois. Arda Güler, again, phenomenal. Dean Huijsen up there as well as a top performer. Mbappe, he's had his chances at the moment. He comes in late, I feel sometimes in a lot of games. But when he comes in, he scores like 2-3 goals every time in the second half. So it's pretty phenomenal how he gets, rotates the game into his favour. But yeah, as it stands, we are balanced at halftime. So yeah, not the best. Not the best. Subs, in terms of subs, we can probably bring on Camavinga, I think, instead of Tchouaméni, just not to risk a red card. We don't want to risk that. Jude will come on eventually for Arda Güler, I guarantee it. And we also should play Rodrigo for Mastantuono. It will be a very, very stupid decision if Arda Güler is the first to come off. I think it should really be Mastantuono first to come off. Then they sub off Tchouaméni, sub off Arda Güler, then sub off maybe Militao for Raul Asensio. Alaba's also on the bench. Then maybe Carreras for Fran Garcia. We'll have to see what the coach decides for a defensive sub. It would be very dumb to sub off Arda Güler first like he did one of the other matches. Can't remember which one it was. I think it was Atletico Madrid versus Real, where Arda Güler was subbed like in the 50th or something. If we take a look here, he was subbed in the 59th. Horrendous decision. That was such a bad decision. A goal assist for Arda. I mean, had a yellow card, but I don't think Arda's the type to get a red card or 2 yellows. I think he's very careful about his gameplay. Horrible decision. Horrible decision. And he always performs when he plays as well. Like, you can see him. He's had one bad game, and that's not a problem. One bad game in a set of 10 is not a problem. And the only bad game he had was, of course, due to lack of... He's playing more than ever this season. He is playing more than ever. He's playing, every single match for Real, full 90 minutes most of the time, very rarely getting subbed. So, yeah, I do understand why he will play bad sometimes, but he's only done it once this season. So, against Olympique Marseille, the other games he's been very good. So, no complaints there from me against, Arda Güler. In terms of other matches as well coming up for La Liga, first of all, Barcelona will be actually taking on, if we take a look here for round 8 of La Liga, Barca will verse Sevilla tomorrow at 5:15 p.m. Now, I do believe Sevilla have the quality to maybe beat Barcelona here or get a draw out of it. They've got Azpilicueta, they've got Cardoso, in the forward line, they've got Vargas, Romero, and Sanchez. I do think they're very good. In terms of Barca, they're not going to be playing Lamine. He's injured. They're not going to be playing Lamine in the El Clasico as well because he's got a very long groin injury. Johan Garcia is injured, so Szczesny's going to be the starting goalkeeper. Rafinha's injured, so he's not going to be back for, nearly the whole of October. Fermin Lopez is injured, so not back for the whole of October again. The lineup will probably be Rashford playing again. He's been great for Barca so far. Fair enough, Rashford. Lewandowski, Ferran Torres, Dani Olmo. Midfield's a little bit weird because they have Casado, but they also got Pedri in there. But I don't think Pedri's actually playing midfield. I think he's actually playing centre-back. Weirdly enough, it might sound weird, but I do believe he's playing that position because he was in PSG match. He was playing basically a centre-back role. You'd come upfield, but he was very defensive in that game. And that is because, they've got the lack of the, transitionary players on the team now. Because if we take a look here, Rafinha's missing, Yamal's missing, Gavi's missing, Fermin Lopez is missing, Johan Garcia. All these players transition the ball quickly. I mean, Szczesny can, but Johan Garcia, he's a very good goalkeeper in terms of distribution, I feel, as well. And they don't have it. They don't have it this game against Sevilla. Sevilla also going to play very defensively. That's something that's going to be 100%. They're going to play basically part of the bus, I think. They might play Vargas up the field. Vargas, of course, is very good. I feel like he always has good matches. He always plays very high ability. He got so far this season an 8 rating against Deportivo Alaves in a win. His average rating is about a 7.5, which is good on FootMob. I don't know what that would be on SofaScore or any of the other rating apps. Don't really base stuff off FootMob though, again, so don't trust that. Injuries for Sevilla, they've got none either. So they've got Jordan, Nianzou, Gonzalez, not the worst end of the world injuries. They got, a pretty strong squad regardless going into this match. In terms of Real, our next match is going to be on, if we take a look here, it will be on Sunday, the October 19th against Getafe. That is before we verse Juventus, and then we verse Barca, and then we verse Valencia, and then Liverpool. Very strong lineup of matches there, especially Getafe. We are going to be versing the most dead football in existence. That coach does not know how to play football. He knows how to kill a match. That's what he knows how to do. Then we play Juventus, very rickety form, but we'll see. Juventus have been, performing when they needed to most. Hopefully we won't lose that game. We need to try and stay at the top of the Champions League table. Round of 16 qualification, we didn't get last season. Required this season, I think, in terms of how we're playing so far. I think we need to stay at the round of 16 and not risk a playoff match where we could get knocked out by, we might draw, for example, Barca or Liverpool based on their form. One of those two teams. Then after Juventus, we verse Barca in the El Clasico, October 26th. Then we verse Valencia November 1st. Then we verse Liverpool literally 3 days later. I think Valencia will see a B team playing. I don't think we'll see the main team. I think for Liverpool, they will probably, since it's at Anfield, they'll play a strong squad. I don't know, to be honest, if we take a look at the squad here, take a look at Liverpool's squad. In terms of who will play. Mamardashvili is going to play. That's for sure. I don't think Alisson's going to play. He's still injured. Says he's going to be back like late November. Mamardashvili. Connor Bradley, I don't think is going to start. I think they'll play Frimpong. I think they'll play the centre-backs Van Dijk. Now, I don't know if they're going to play Kanate. I don't know if they're going to. I know it might sound weird, but I believe that they might play someone faster at the back line, and honestly, they might actually go for Curtis Jones playing as a centre-back, or Gravenberch playing as a centre-back, and then they will play Kirkes as the left-back. And they're going to play 2 DMs, I believe. They'll play Gravenberch as a centre-back / DM, and they'll play Jones as a centre-back / DM. Because I believe, if I'm correct, that they're going to have a pace problem. If they play Konate and Van Dijk, Mbappe's just going to out-sprint those guys immediately. Like, they're absolutely off form for the last couple of games. Last 3 games Liverpool have lost. Van Dijk, Konate have been the sole reason I feel like that they've lost, in terms of they've just got no pace. They can't run. They're getting older. I mean, Konate's not the oldest, person in the team, 26, but he's slow. And Van Dijk is 34. He's getting older. He is, not the best defender anymore, I do believe. McAllister, I think, might play that game. I think they'll play here. I'm going to put up a lineup builder. I'll try and show you guys the lineup that I would kind of build here for them. Also, why am I playing the timer? I'm stupid or something. Okay, let me just reset the timer here, and I'm going to build a lineup that I do believe that Liverpool will play. Just get this locked in. 1 second, guys. Lineup editor, we got that. Okay, like that. And then we will show the screen. Here we go. So, capture screen, lineup builder. Okay, here we go. It's on the screen now. So, this is who I believe. So, if we just click on Liverpool here. So, this is what they played last time. I do believe that they will go for... First of all, just let me quickly do that as well. I do believe they're going to go for Alisson not in goal. Going to be Mamardashvili. I do believe in right back it will be... Where is he? Frimpong. Centre back, I don't think Konate is going to play. I think they will play... Where are you, my friend? Not Szoboszlai. I don't think Szoboszlai will play centre back. I think they'll play Gravenberch centre back. Kirkes left back, yeah. Konate not midfield. I think they'll play Szoboszlai there. Where are you? I did actually forget about Szoboszlai in terms of, midfield. I don't think maybe they'll play Curtis Jones as a starter. Szoboszlai there. McAllister will play, I believe. Florian Wirtz will play too, I feel as well. Maybe he'll play a more deep role. And then on left wing, I think they will go for Isak in left wing. Because he can play left wing. And they might go for Ekitike as the striker if I can actually find him. Ekitike. Yeah, there we go. That is the lineup I do believe they're going to play for the game against Real. I think that, this would make a lot of sense in terms of, you've got a fast player at the back. Gravenberch, I think, is pretty fast. You also can technically do that if you want. Wait, not like that. I think like this, maybe. There, you can do that. I do believe that's also a valid option. I do believe that they're going to also definitely play Isak and Ekitike because, Isak can play left wing. I think maybe they'll play slightly higher like that. And then you're going to be a little bit deeper because you're playing false 9. And Isak there, Salah very wide, I think. And Isak a little bit more central. And then Florian Wirtz kind of here because he'll link up these guys here. Because Kirkes pushes up, right? He pushes up. So it makes sense he'll go like up the field, right? And Wirtz will sort of fill in the space, fill in the gaps. Gravenberch, I think, will link up with Frimpong here. He'll also rotate where Szoboszlai, he'll move there, for example. Gravenberch back to fill in the gap. Van Dijk should just stay back. He should just stay, pretty far back, actually. And then McAllister, Ekitike, probably double striker there. They can, drop back, rotate with each other. Isak comes in. Ekitike goes there. Salah comes in, Isak maybe back here, McAllister there, Szoboszlai there. So it's a very free formation I feel like they should play. Not telling them how to beat us, obviously, because, I don't want them to beat us, but that is what I do feel will happen. Second half about to start here as well, guys. Real Madrid is going to take the second half against Villarreal. Hopefully we do get a goal pretty early on in this one. That is my hope. And just waiting for the referee to call it. Come on, ref, call it up. And there we go. Second half has begun here. And it's going to be played out by the goalkeeper Courtois. Now over to the defense. Militao, Huijsen, now to Carreras. And now back to Huijsen. And Huijsen just holding up the ball here a little bit. He's going to play it over to Militao. Dean Huijsen. Carreras again. I don't know. I think we should have done a through ball there. Carreras just missed a through opportunity, I think, to Artigula. It was very open in that central pocket. There was like a big pocket where the no one was there. Yeah. Score predictions for the second half, guys, as well. Make sure to drop them. There was a 3-1. I did say 2-0. I'm still feeling 2-0 now just because, we didn't score in the first half. Could be wrong. Vinny's going to play it forward. Gives a cross. That's a good cross by Vinny. Touched outside the box by Ceballos. He's going to play it over to Artigula. Weak touch there. Eder Militao showing strength on the striker there to win the ball back. Dean Huijsen sends it back to Courtois. That was risky play there from Militao, by the way. He almost gave the ball on a solo run. And it's now going to be with Valverde. Deep ball over to Mbappe. Header to Vinny. Vinny pacing on the left wing here. Here we go. Come on, Vinny. Show us what we got. And Vinny shoots deflection. It's an own goal. That is a great shot by Vinny, though, to, cause that deflection. Goal for Real. Early goal at that. I mean, we needed that. We needed the early goal as quick as possible. I'm going to say own goal there. Unfortunately, I think that's the case. Maybe I'll give it to Vinny. You know what? I'm not going to take Vinny's stuff away. Vinny Jr. goal in the 46th minute. And it is going to be assisted by Mbappe. Good header. I think Mbappe got the assist there. Good goal by Vinny there. Let's have a look at it again. Maybe it was curling in. That might be why it was counted as a goal. So yeah, it was onside. Mbappe onside there, definitely. Gives a nice header over to Vinny. I don't think he was expecting that far header to go, pretty far away from him. Then cuts in, skills past one, takes the shot. Yeah, I mean, definitely a deflection. Could be an own goal, but we're going to take that all day, every day. Good job, Vinny. Nice shot as well. Working off that Trivella that you scored the other day. And now you're doing this. Brilliance. Nice. And Mbappe posing up with Vinny and Arda. Giving a kiss to Bernabeu crowd. W's in the chat, guys, there. We got a goal. Absolute legendary goal as well by Vinicius because we needed that early on. 4 goals this season he has too. And La Liga is actually counted as his, not an own goal. And it's going to be a touch by Partey outside the box. He might take a shot here. It's going to be good defending from Militao. Run for Artigula. Mbappe's on it. Holds it back. Plays it to absolutely no one. It looked like there was a foul on Artigula. The referee just plays on because, that's definitely normal. Just playing a foul as it's not. That was a bad call from the ref. Carreras is definitely mad as well because he showed a little bit of anger there towards the referee. Vinny Jr. playing on the left wing. Come on, cross it in, Vinny. See what you got. What the heck is that, bro? Nah, okay. That was not, off the back of that goal. Should be sending that in. Send that one to Pele there. Trying to pass to, Brazil legend. Okay, here we go. It's going to be now a throw-in for, pretty sure that is Cardona. Yep. No subs as well for Real. They did do a sub at halftime. Villarreal, they did 2 subs, actually. Nicolas Pepe came on for Molero. And Mikwa Datse also came on for Bochadan. So they're the 2 substitutes that did occur. Oops, accidentally touched something on the side there. And here we go. The Real Madrid Ultras absolutely pumped by that goal there early on in the second half for the Bernabeu. We needed that. Once again, I'm going to repeat it because it was so essential for us to score that. Because if we didn't get a goal, we will be in for a long second half of this team just parking the bus. Now it's going to force them out to attack. It allows us to be much more open at the front. As you can't really see if you're not watching, but there's 2 defenders now back. And that just allows us so much open gameplay going forward, especially with Mbappe, Artigula. Header away by Huijsen there. It's going to be controlled up by Artigula. Now with Carrera sending it forward. Controlled by, I think that was Marin just getting the tackle. There was a foul on Ceballos. It's going to be a free kick now for Real. Off the ball foul, I presume. Because Ceballos did not have it, though the referee could have called that one back. Let's have a look. So yeah, Ceballos going for it. He presses it over, and then, yeah, that was definitely some sort of foul. My dog barking outside this room. W's. Yeah. It's now going to be over with Eder Militao. now to Dean Huijsen. And Dean Huijsen's going to play over to Vinny. That's a foul on the ball. Where's this team now? They've resolved to just shoving our players to the floor. Yeah, they're not great. Not great from them at all. So just type in something in the chat there. There we go. W's. Okay. There we go. Just move that aside. Carreras. Now over to Artigula. And now Artigula holding it up. I think it's just a quick play there. I was wondering why everyone stopped. But it was through ball to Mbappe. Unfortunately, it didn't reach him there. Mbappe talking to Arda there because they tried to find the link up. Unfortunate that they didn't. Let's have a look at the offside call here for the goal where they were saying it wasn't offside. And yeah, it was definitely not offside. Mbappe's hand, you know, the only thing that was kind of... And hand does not affect the goal at all. If you're leaning forward and your hand's offside, I mean, that is the stupidest thing if that's ever called offside, by the way. And yeah, Mbappe, Vinny hugging each other there. Good goal, good assist. Come on, let's try and get a second one here. If we can get a second early on as well, that'd be great. That'd really be great. Okay, ball now in the defense for Renato Vega, who, by the way, has had a pretty good game so far. Not really had any complaints about him at all. I think he's great. And hi, Ron. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. It's now going to be with Nicolas Pepe. Holding it up. Some pressure from Carreras. Trying to win the ball. Carreras unable to. That was a good tackle, though. It was a good attempt. And Nicolas Pepe finding a through ball. Run on by Mourinho. And it's going to be out for a throw-in for Real. Play Bendy in the Dark Revival. Maybe, Ron. I have to, again, try and schedule it in. Maybe I can get it done. We'll have to see. And it's going to be now over to Valverde. Playing it forward. He's got no one on him. It's actually Mastantuono. Why does Mastantuono look like about 4 players on the team? What is he doing as well? He's just done an absolute nonsense move there. What is this guy? Please get this guy subbed off. I beg you. Zabi, just sub off Mastantuono, please. He's doing nothing in the game. He tried to skill. I mean, it's a good skill. He tried to do the, you know, that skill there. But, yeah, it's not the best. Mbappe almost fouling someone. You did have to try and dud it so he can get the foul and the card there. Good dodge by Kylian. So now going to be with Carreras. Throwing it back to Huijsen. And Huijsen holding up the ball. Huijsen over to, I think that is Valverde in the right back. Playing it now forward to Mastantuono. Valverde. Mastantuono back to Valverde again. Now to Militao. Now over to Alvaro Carreras, who plays it forward. And Vinny tries to do a run. He thought it was going to be a faster ball. It's going to be easily intercepted by Mourinho. Carreras wins it back straight away. Vinny now pacing forward. Mbappe's open. Vinny passes over to Artigula instead. Arda now over to Mastantuono. Heavy touch, but he still controls it. Plays it to Valverde. Valverde gives the cross and is going to be a throw-in for Real. The ball does roll out just directly opposite of where Valverde did cross that. He's going to take a quick throw. Valverde back into the defense there. Now with Artigula. Gula finding some space. Tchouaméni now with it. And now over to the left wing here with Carreras. Vinny's playing striker now. Mbappe playing almost like an AM. Arda. Mbappe. Now over to Valverde again. Mbappe playing very deep. He's actually playing CM now. Now it's going to be with Militao. He's running forward. Finding some freedom. There's a good pass by Vinny. Mastantuono. Artigula. Mbappe. Mastantuono again. Almost losing it straight away. I mean, what is going on with that guy? Artigula. Through ball to Valverde. I think he's great. I do. I watched him in the Club World Cup. I think he's great. But yeah, unfortunate that he is, you know, just not performing for Real at the standard for a starter. I mean, Xabi Alonso doesn't see it. I think he should really be a substitute. I think he will perform better as a sub. Coming on 60th minute, Rodrigo plays the first half. I think we'll do much better in games as well. I don't know what the obsession is with Mastantuono starting. And Militao takes the rocket from outside the box. It goes straight out. And you're going to sleep, Indu? No problem. No problem. Hope you have a nice sleep. Hopefully, you know, we get more goals while you're asleep as well. Yeah, just showing... Why is that? I just don't get, though... To me, just some of the plays that we're doing are a bit too sloppy. I don't know. We should be a little bit more careful with some of the stuff that we're doing. Mbappe. To Mastantuono. Deep cross. Trying to find the header of Dean Huijsen. Now it's with Mbappe again. Vinny. Through to Dean Huijsen. I think he was onside there. He takes the shot, Huijsen. That was a very good shot. I do think it's going to be called offside. No, it's a throw-in. Wasn't offside by Huijsen. Good play. Good play. And now we are getting to the 56th minute. Do expect a sub 3 or so minutes. Specifically, hopefully it's going to be Rodrigo for Mastantuono. That's going to be the one I'm wishing for. Okay, we'll see the throw by Villarreal. Renato Vega receives the throw. It's going to be now back to Arda Güler because it was given to absolutely no one. Vinny played through to Mbappe. That was a good play by Vinny. And then Mbappe passes him back. Ceballos, Carreras. Now Vinny. Left wing. Vinny is doing a whole number in this game, by the way. He is... What a skill as well. The ball didn't even go out as well. I mean, maybe it did because the goalkeeper just played a goal kick then. Really quickly as well to the runner of Mikwadats. And he's running forward. Opening it through Oluwaseyi. And it's going to be cleaned up. Played back to... I think that is Guayi, who is just open. He passes it back into the left wing side. He might get a cross here. Cardona is going to hold it back, play it to Guayi again. Now it's with Thomas Partey. Now over to Nicolas Pepe. It's going to be intercepted, and now it's Arda running forward again. He's been absolutely pulled on the ball. The referee gives the foul. I mean, it's definitely deserved. I don't know why that, you know, I didn't even think he was going to give it at first because it looked like he wasn't. Might be a yellow card coming out too. Also, could be a someone on the Villarreal bench getting a possible telling off, I think. Don't know what that's about. Oh, I think they're telling the Villarreal... Some of the Villarreal players, I think, were training on the field, the subs, when they're warming up. They were going on the field there. So the refs just told the substitute, warm-up guy to make them not go on the field. I guess that's probably what he's just said there. Ceballos, Mbappe. Mbappe trying to find a ball through just to himself. He likes playing the through balls to himself, the bridge skill. Partey, deep ball to the run of Oluwaseyi. And it's going to be cleaned up there by Eder Militao. Oluwaseyi actually manages to win it back. This is a good chance. Valverde coming back and absolutely cooking him in the foot race. And it's going to be now to Mastantuono. He's probably going to lose the ball straight away, but we'll see what he does. And yeah, he wins a free kick. Okay, he did get fouled. We'll take the free kick. Defensive one. Valverde, what a run that was by him. He absolutely sprinted back, outpaced Oluwaseyi. I don't think he was predicting Valverde to actually come at all. I think he, thought he was open on the right-hand side to a cut. But yeah, he just didn't expect that. Vinny being marked tight. Now with Carreras. Back to Tchouaméni. Sub not happening just yet for Real. Has to happen 65th at least for Mastan, for Rodrigo. Now it's going to be with Ceballos losing the ball. It's going to be now Nicolas Pepe passing to, I think that's Mikwadats. Now it's going to be Partey. Takes a shot, deflected away. Now going to be cleaned up by Renato Vega running forward. And Partey misses the ball there, the pass from Guayi. It's now a good run by Mastantuono passing to Mbappe. This should be a goal. Somehow Mbappe loses the ball. What is he doing with the dribble? That was a poor dribble from Mbappe. Don't know what he's doing. It's not the best at all. He really just sort of ran and he left the ball behind him. And good run there by Nicolas Pepe. He might get a cross in. He's going to take the shot himself and it's going to be deflected away. I don't know why he actually took the shot. That was a little bit stupid from him. But yeah, I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it. I'll take any sort of mistake by them because, it just means that we get to, just play off of their, wrongdoings. Entering the 60th minute here. Still no sub, but I think Xabi Alonso's talking to Jude to come on. No. What is this guy doing? This is the wrong sub. This is not... I don't know what you guys feel. I don't know who you feel the sub should be, guys, but that is the wrong choice for a sub. It should not be Arda coming off. It's going to be Arda coming off most likely, I believe, unless, you know, Mastantuono does come off for Jude and then Arda plays right wing. But I don't know. Or it could be Ceballos coming off, if anything, as well. You know, that could be an option here. But Rodrigo should be on by now. This is not the right call. There was a foul on Nicolas Pepe by Ceballos. Nicolas Pepe there technically actually did commit a foul. He actually dove, grabbed the ball, and then the foul was called after he grabbed it. So, you know, he actually handballed the ball while it was still in play. Partey back to the goalkeeper, Tenas. High press from Mbappe and Mastantuono. Tenas is just going to absolutely send that to no one. Good header by Tchouaméni to win the ball. And losing it, Real, that is a very bad loss. Good pass over to Nicolas Pepe. Huijsen showing pace back. Can't defend this, please, Courtois. The pass goes to absolutely no one. Nicolas Pepe unlucky there not to find anyone. Good track back from Valverde to win it as well. That was close. Courtois had to come out there. I mean, he had to come off his line. Unlucky that he didn't get the save on that, but we still got the ball regardless. That was an unlucky play by both teams, really. Mbappe now, Carreras. We have to be more careful, though, because that fast-paced run there was caused by a mistake by our own, you know, doing. And again, we're doing a lot of these, you know, finicky mistakes that we shouldn't really be making. And it's not great. See, Dean Huijsen there tried to get the tackle off. He's just outpaced. Good by Eder Militao that he actually left that ball. He let it meg himself because that was going to actually be a own goal if he touched that. Mastantuono back to Valverde. Now into the defense here for Dean Huijsen. Now to Carreras. Dean Huijsen very fast, by the way. He actually doesn't look like he's a fast player, but man, that guy showed some pace to run back to Nicolas Pepe. Not outpacing, you know, Pepe there, but, you know, getting close. Militao over to Valverde. Mastantuono now with it. And let's see what he does. Go and create something from here, Mastan. No, he just shoots it off the guy, and it's going to be back into the defense for us. And good win by Militao. Good pressure on, I think that was Oluwaseyi that he pressures. Now back to Tchouaméni. Mastantuono. Dean Huijsen. And Huijsen holding up. Plays a through ball to Mbappe. Mbappe takes a long shot. That goes wide. That was not good. Waste of a chance there, Kellyan. You should have really played it across to Vinny. Not great at all. Just showing how close that was to a goal there. But poor positioning from, I think that was Guehi. That was off the mark there. Oluwaseyi is unlucky to not touch that, but Guehi was off the ball there. Good cross by Nicolas Pepe. No one finds it. What is Xabi Alonso doing? Arda Güler subbed for Bellingham. Are we being for real? If Mastantuono doesn't come, he's not coming off. This guy is actually obsessed with keeping Mastantuono on the field. Ceballos off for Camavinga. I do agree with that sub. Bellingham on for Arda. I mean, Arda should be staying on. Bellingham, come on. Fair enough. Sub off Mastan, play Arda right wing, and play Bellingham AM. Simple solution. Where we keep all the best players on the field on. Not someone who's absolutely ruining the gameplay on the whole right wing, you know. He's not improving the game. He's actually, you know, making us worse. Rodrigo even, you know, you can keep Arda on, sub him off later in the game for Rodrigo, and then you have a natural right wing. You still got the AM position. It makes more sense than just doing this. Just disgraceful decisions from Xabi Alonso. I don't know. I don't know what his obsession is with him. Dive from the Villarreal player as well. Number 15 absolutely dives to the ground there. That was super clear. No touch from Bellingham at all. Bellingham already gone for, you know, the commit there. I think that was actually awarded as a free kick, weirdly enough, for absolutely no reason. You know, they just be given free kicks now for anything in La Liga. But yeah, I don't know about what we can do here to possibly, you know, do better in this game. Currently, as it stands, you know, 1-0. They've had a lot of good fast breakaway chances as well, so it's not like we've been the dominant side. We've definitely been off in terms of certain form and stuff. I do believe that we need to play for the attack more. We're not playing for the attack. We're playing for the counter. We need to play for the full attack, not just going in for the, we tackle the ball, we win it back on a counter from the corner or the free kick or something, and then we just play it quickly down. Not the play, honestly, in this game. I think it's just go straight in, try and win the ball in the attack. Then we play it for the, go straight in and try and win it. Need CR7. Exactly. They need a natural striker. I don't know why we're not using an Ondrick in a game. Test out Ondrick. Test out Gonzalo Garcia. Give him a chance. Not Mastantuono, who is absolutely so terrible in this game. Like, I don't like bagging players, but I mean, it's every game now. It's literally every game, and I can't defend someone who's not good every game. They're showing Raul Asensio, Rodrigo warming up as well. I mean, yeah, there's definitely some, players that we do have on the bench that could see the light of this game. Ondrick does not look happy on the bench as well. He's sitting there just mute. That I don't like either. I don't like how we're not getting him to play. Also, sorry, camera just dropped there for a second. My bad. Yeah. The coach so far, in all, hasn't fully impressed me in terms of, his tactical strategy. I mean, we're winning games, yeah, but, Real Madrid can win games. The coach hasn't convinced me that he's got the quality to bring this team to big wins. Because, I mean, what big teams have we played? Atletico, we lost 5-2. We played Olympique Marseille. We almost drew to Olympique Marseille. It was, like, so close to a draw that we need to be more careful. And that's not even, the biggest Ligue 1 team, for example. PSG is way bigger than them in terms of, quality. So, yeah, we need to see some more strong performances from this coach. That looks like it's going to be a penalty for Real. It is going to be. Point to the spot. I mean, we get one, a lot of games here. Vinny won it. It was definitely a deserved pen. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if they say penalty, Real Madrid, a favor. I don't care. Deserved pen every time as well. So it's not like we're just being gifted them. Let's have a look. So Vinny's running on it. Skills passing. He's absolutely bashed off the ball. Not even going for the ball there. The defender just absolutely kills him. Yeah, pen. All day, every day. Yeah, stupid decision by, I think that is Marin, causes, or is Mourinho, I don't know. One of them calls the pen there. The referee's checking VAR just to make sure it's not a dive. It's a penalty. Here we go. So Mbappe should score this. Gueye gets a yellow card. The problem is, as well, is that you got, obviously, Vinny's taking the pen here, so it's actually not Mbappe taking, it's Vinny taking. The thing is, right, is that you got a lot of technical players. You got technical wingers. You got Mbappe, who's technically a technical winger as well. Of course, there's going to be a higher ratio of penalties in the season for our club because you've not got guys that are just, poaching in the box there. That's a lower penalty rate. And here we go. Vinny for the brace. Is he going to score? He's doing the slow run-up, the Samba run-up, and he absolutely smashes it in. It's almost saved. He is so lucky he hit that with power. That was close to a save there. Again, wouldn't trust Vinny as the pen taker in general, but yeah, he won the pen. He deserves to take the shot for the brace, and he gets the goal, and we take that. We take that. 68th minute penalty. Love to see it there, Vinny. W's. W goal. Sue, Vinny. Let's go. Sorry, your arm's a little bit dislocated in this figurine, but, it came off. But yeah, W's, Vinny. Let's go. 2 goals, hugging up his best bro, Kylian. Yeah, they're showing the foul there again. Let's see the pen again, just see what he may have, just given away, just show that he was actually going that direction. It was actually a very, very close save for the goalkeeper there. Tennis actually chops down on the ball. Unlucky not to get the full chop. Vinny's lucky he hit that with power. It was pretty evident he was going left, just by the way he was curving towards the ball. Now, in the future, that's why I do like Kylian taking him. He's, you can't tell where he's going. He usually goes left, but he sometimes switches it up, and you can never tell. And that's why I think Kylian's, the superior penalty taker. But, yeah, Vinny, I'm glad that he's getting, his recognition here. I'm glad the team let him take a, penalty shot, maybe to get back onto the, scoring those. And Camavinga. Trying to play a through ball to Vinny. He might go for the shot here. Vinny goes for the skill. It's going to be another penalty, it looks like. I think we got another penalty. Another penalty. 2 in a row. Definitely a penalty as well. The goalkeeper just sprinted out and absolutely slammed into him. Good ball by Camavinga. The defense, Villarreal's asleep. What are they doing? That is definitely a penalty all day, as that's actually more clear than the first one. Yeah, Camavinga's fouled, and then there's a foul on Vinny. So I don't know if they're checking this, if they're giving it... Okay, they've not given a pen. I guess the VAR declined that. I mean, that looks so evident for a penalty. It's actually insane. I guess it was offside maybe in the end. Yeah, it must have been offside or something, because that should have been a pen. With that tackle was more penalty tackle than the first one, which is crazy. Carreras trying to find Vinny. Bellingham now. This is fluent attack that we like to see, because they're trying to play not defensively. Good touch by Bellingham. Takes the shot. Unlucky to get that save. Bellingham could have had his first goal back since coming back into the club. Oh, so unlucky. Mastantuono. That would have been funny. 2 pens in like 10 seconds. Pendrid. Crazy. Jude through ball there to Mastantuono. Through ball to Jude Bellingham. He takes the shot again. It's saved just by Tennis. How is he not getting those in? Jude, so unlucky. Villarreal's absolutely collapsed here, and that's what I'm saying. The momentum, switch on. Why don't we play good the whole game? Don't just switch on with 1 goal, guys. Just play good the whole game. It's not that hard. You know, you just think you're already 1-0 up when you start the game, as Jose Mourinho once said. Jude's so unlucky there. I mean, he's definitely not ghosting this game. I'll say that for sure. He's been on the box as soon as he gets the ball. Still would have... Okay, they've scored. We actually let them score a rocket. I mean, they're now suddenly back into it. And now we're going to see, you know, the momentum shift. The momentum shift. It's going to happen. I don't know who scored there. Mikowa Datse scored. Yeah, he got subbed on. It's a substitute goal. That is unfortunate there that we conceded that goal. You can't really do anything about it as well. It's a rocket goal in bottom bins. You know, you can't save that. It's too fast. Goal in the 72nd. And it's for Villareal. There we go. Villareal gets the goal. And who assisted? Aguayi gets the assist. Nothing you can do about it. Literally. How many shots from Madrid? Then they just score. Bellingham, take notes. Exactly. Please. They've got how many? Let's take a look, actually, yeah. So they've had 7 shots, 2 on target, 1 goal. So they've scored a goal with 2 shots on target. So they've got a conversion rate of 50% for shots on target. 19 shots, 5 shots on target. We got 2 goals. One's a pen, you know. So we've had 1 goal with 5 shots on target. So that's unfortunate there. That we don't have a good conversion rate in games. Bellingham should have scored before. I'm not joking. He should have really scored one of those. I mean, you know, it's unlucky, but it's also should have been a goal. Should have been 3-0. Maybe they wouldn't have scored that counter-attack goal. On the ground here, it looks like it's going to be... Who's on the floor? Is that Valverde or is that... I don't know who's actually dove on the ground. Can't really see from this angle of the game. It looks like it is Huijsen on the ground, maybe? I think so. Just showing there, Bellingham was so annoyed he didn't score that. He just kicks the goalpost. I mean, that is unlucky. He goes in for the left slide. It touches it. The goalkeeper, brilliant save there. And then the other one there by Vinny. Okay, now looking back at that just may have not touched him. It was Mastantuono that dove on the floor. Brahim's coming. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. No way you just subbed on Brahim for Mastantuono. Rodrigo is on the bench. Sub him on, please. Xabi Alonso, do you actually hate the guy? I think Xabi Alonso hates him. I think he's got like a critical just hate for Rodrigo. What is going on? So far, as soon as Camavinga come on, by the way, it's been so much clearer in the midfield. I got to say, I don't give it all to him. I feel like, they're definitely more attacking now, not defending. But Camavinga's definitely been doing some really good passes so far. Don't be annoyed. Bellingham just score next time. Exactly. Don't kick the post. You should have finished 2 of those, easy chances. Especially the second one was very, is up there with, really, it should have been a little bit more aware of the situation. And the ball goes straight out. Nicolas Pepe unable to keep it as a in ball. Courtois is going to take the goal kick here. Ronaldo Vega, I got to say, just based on the Portuguese player, because we are checking up on them before the, international break. Brilliant gameplay so far. He's got a 6.4 rating on FootMob. I don't take the rating seriously, though. He's been visually brilliant. He's had 3 clearances, 1 tackle, 2 blocks. Headed clearances 1, recoveries 3. He's won all his duels, basically. There is no problems with him. I think he's definitely going to be a strong defender to partner up with Ruben Dias in the national team. We're also just showing here Mbappe supposedly fouling Marin. Mbappe, you're lucky that you didn't get a yellow card there. That you just rammed into him for no reason. What are you doing? Okay, Camavinga winning the ball. It's going to be now with Huijsen. Camavinga. Vinny. Camavinga's tackling success is definitely high. Vinny absolutely pushed on the face there. Unnecessary foul by, I think that was number 14, Comesana. He gets a... Oh, Mourinho got a red. It was actually Mourinho. He got double yellow, red card. See you later. Bye-bye. Hope you had fun diving on the field for 10 minutes. Let's have a look. Vinny's dove. Yeah, Vinny's absolutely dove there. I mean, deserved. You dove in the start, you get a red card now for, Vinny diving. The karma's insane there, my guy. He's reacting like he didn't just do the exact same thing like 20 minutes earlier. Vinny. Now to Carreras. I don't even care if it's a dive. You have to get a third. Yeah, I know. They've got a man down. Get a third, please. I'm surprised the ref didn't actually check VAR for that. It was a very controversial decision there. I do think this referee's been good. He didn't give everything. He didn't give us everything. He didn't give them everything. He's definitely been, balanced, I would argue. Madrid. Yeah, that is a Madrid moment there. You should really check the the VAR for that second yellow. But, we take those. Carreras. Vinny gives a deep cross. He tries to go for the shot maybe, but Tenas catches that. Absolute easy catch. Sending the ball long to the run of Mikoidatse. Trying to hold up the ball there. He's being marked by Carreras. Carreras, deep marking. Hopefully we don't concede a pen. That's all we need now is to not concede a pen. Jude, nice defense. Camavinga plays it over to Vinny. Good pass by Camavinga there as well. Now we got rotation. Mbappe's on side there. He's waiting for the pass. Jude's also playing striker now. Mbappe right wing. That's how it's going. Brahim's playing AM. So yeah, Jude is definitely, not on the bingo card for a striker. Now that we got Mbappe and stuff. He was playing it in one of the seasons, prior, but I do feel that maybe we'll see better of him if he does play that sort of position. We could actually see in the El Clasico Jude as a striker, Mbappe right wing, Vinny left wing, though I really want Rodrigo to play so bad. Okay, this is going to be Vinny now on the ball. Good pass across by Kylian. And here we go. Now to Mbappe. Plays it over. Now to Valverde. Holding up the ball there. It's going to be controlled nice and easy by Cardona. One back by Tchouaméni in the attack. And that's a good pass through by Brahim. Vinny takes a shot. It's lost. He takes another shot. It's lost again. Mbappe outside the box. Heavy touch there. Not good. Kylian should have touched that. What the heck is that? Disgusting touch. Okay, now they got a counter-attack here. Please don't concede. Camavinga committing to the duty there with the slide tackle. Wins the ball. Again, Camavinga defense is perfect. We need him on the El Clasico team. We need that guy starting. Good slide tackle. Mbappe, who's now back on the left wing on Vinny's position. They're literally, a meter apart from each other. Jude. Mbappe. Vinny. Mbappe again. Through ball by Mbappe. Unsuccessful there. He's trying to find Jude. And now it's going to be Partey holding up the ball. A little pressure there from Jude. Wins the slide tackle. Won by Mbappe. Plays it over to Brahim. Mbappe takes a shot. It's a goal. 3-1. Kylian scores. He could have got Brahim. Could have got a tap in there. He gives it to Mbappe because he wants Mbappe to score. They both hit the shared celly as well. What a brotherhood there. And then Vinny gives the hug to... What a brotherhood. I mean, that is, you know, Brahim. Absolute W Brahim, to be honest. They're all doing some weird cellies. What are they doing? Like, all circled up, doing some jig in the circle there. What is going on? Goal in the 80th minute as well. We take those. And Mbappe, of course, his new signature. And assist by Brahim. Brahim, the dream. Love that. What a nice assist by Brahim. He really actually could have scored a tap in there. I don't know. He just wants Mbappe to get, you know, MVP because, you know, that's what teammates are for. And, you know, that's really nice of him. I guess maybe the goalkeeper's slightly marking the right post. But, yeah, that was a good play by Brahim. Love you, my guy. And, yeah, Kylian scoring. As always, every game he scores. It's no doubt. No doubt. Every single game this guy scores. And here we go. It's going to be with Thomas Partey, who seems to be playing the entire match. Mbappe, 9 goals in La Liga as well. Also seems to have been fouled, but the referee's just going to call over for checking on him here. I don't know exactly what happened. There might be a VAR for red card. Oluwaseyi is also being subbed off for Ulti, it looks like. So that is a sub that's occurred. Mbappe is being checked up on by the referee and the medical team here. Maybe he's injured. I don't know. He's holding his boot there. Hopefully he's not injured, because that would be bad if we do lose him before the El Clasico. That would be very hurtful. Very, very hurtful, because this guy absolutely hard carries. He hard carried last season specifically. We didn't win, but he was like the best player on the field. So let's see. Why did he get... Okay, they're just on the goal again. Good pass from Brahim. I mean, that is such a fluent pass to do under pressure. Just do the tap over, and then Mbappe's finish. Very tight finish to make. Yeah, it looks like he was kind of stood on there by Marin in the goal, so maybe he didn't feel the pain till afterwards. I think, you know, when you score, the adrenaline sort of prevents you from feeling that. Mbappe coming off here. Maybe he's doing it as a time-wasting strat. I don't know. He's dapping up Vinny. The Ultras are clapping him up there as well. Approved clap as well. He's been doing great. Smash like for Kylian, guys. And yeah, he's coming off. And who is replacing you? Rodrigo's coming on. There we go. We get to see Rodrigo Goes coming on now. Xabi Alonso high-fiving him. And he's going down into the dressing room. I don't think he's going to sit on the bench here. Just taking the boot off and maybe having the shower early. Yeah, Rodrigo's coming on. And let's see what Rodrigo can do here. Hopefully, if Rodrigo scores, I mean, starter for sure. If he scores with 7-8 minutes to go, he deserves a starting position. Camavinga, exceptional since he's come on. Jude has been phenomenal this game, I got to say, besides the misses he made. He's been phenomenal in terms of winning the ball back. That's the type of pressure you need. Vinny, Rodrigo, he has 10 minutes to shine. Yeah, Rodrigo, you know, not the kindest from the coach. Really should have been one of the earliest subs, but, you know, better than nothing. Tchouaméni. Now to Valverde. Surprised Tchouaméni actually played the whole game here, where he's on a yellow. We don't want to really risk a red, you know, with the Clasico coming up. But, you know, I guess he's not going to really make too many mistakes against this team. Brahim, nice skill there. What a phenomenal skill by Brahim Diaz. Now over to Camavinga. Through ball there by Cama, trying to find Vinny, who's playing striker, by the way, now. Rodrigo's playing left wing. Vinny striker. And a little bit of a sloppy tackle there going on from Brahim and Jude to give Villareal a quick free kick taken by, I think that was Comensana. Now to Renato Vega. Now back over to Cardona. Renato Vega. Vinny's pressuring. He's telling the team to push up. I mean, no one's there. I think Vinny looked over and he's wondering, why the heck are you guys not, you know, pushing? But, you know, I guess it's fine. Good win back there by Valverde. Missed touch by Brahim. We could have actually had a possible another goal there if Brahim didn't miss touch. But, you know, no hate on Brahim for what his performance has been since coming on. Rodrigo does not handball the ball, even though they're calling for it. Literally hits his shoulder, so I don't know what they're talking about. And then Vinny should have received that pass by Jude. What a disgusting play by Vinny. You should have been in position. Player of the match for me, to be honest, is going to be Vinny. I got to say, he's got to be Vinny. I do think Vinny's been the best player in terms of his skilling is phenomenal. He scored his pen, not the most confident pen, but he has created nearly every chance of the game so far. Mbappe up there as well, but, I think it's Vinny's day today. Parejo's coming on as well for Villarreal. Subbing off here, it looks to be number 14, Comensana. So yeah, Parejo on and Comensana out. Villarreal Ultras clapping up the Parejo legend. Here we go. Throwing for Villarreal. 86th minute now. About, I would assume there's 1 minute additional time. I don't think there's going to be much. The game's wiped. It's done. Dean Huysen. Now over to Carreras. Now to Camao. Camavinga. Now to Dean Huysen. And to Tchouaméni. Yeah, the tempo is definitely slowed down. No one's really running in this game, except for the forwards for Villarreal. Everyone else is sort of just walking around, just trying to find passes into pockets. It's not necessary to pressure yourselves, going on to the international break. Don't want to risk an injury there and then, exploit it in the national team. Rodrigo now with the ball, passing through to Jude. Could have an assist there, Rodrigo. Unlucky Jude doesn't know how to touch the ball for his life, because that would have been an assist. And some pressure there from Carreras. It's now Villarreal coming on a counter here. They could actually get a second goal to their name. Hopefully they don't. We need the goal difference. It's now going to be, I think that is Cardona running down the field. Now with Parejo. When is the Portugal match? I will check. The Portugal match will be on... Let's go check Portugal. Portugal. Their match is going to be on October 11th at... what the heck was that rocket? Jeez. Okay, it was an absolute smash effect there from... I think that was... Who took that one? I don't know, really. I think it was Miko Adatse. Just absolutely slams it from outside the box. Yeah, October... What did I say? October 11th is their first match. It's a World Cup qualifier against Ireland. If we beat Ireland here, I think we qualify for the World Cup as well. So we should be all good. Yeah, Felix, CR7 playing. Renato Vega from this game. Ruben Dias, Bruno. Should see a confident win against Ireland. I think we usually perform against them. I don't think they've really beaten us much. They do have a somewhat strong team, but, I feel like we got a pretty stronger one by quite a landslide. Carreras, Rodrigo, Vinny, playing it through, trying to find Rodrigo. He just leaves the ball behind him, Vinny. That's sort of a bit of a mistake. It's going to be played up now by Cardona. Now over into the middle again, Marin. Now to Renato Vega, playing it over to the left side here. It's Cardona again. Maybe finding a through ball. That was a good through ball there to find the run of Daniel Parejo. It's going to be play on by the referee there. 2 players went down, one for Real, one for Villarreal, but it's going to be played. So now Brahim. Vinny's open. Rodrigo's playing striking out. Let's see what Vinny will do. Brahim. 2 minutes left of regular time, or 1.5. Rodrigo, see what you do, my guy. Vinny tries to find the through ball, plays it back to Jude instead. Jude goes for a long shot. No, he doesn't. He duds. He even tricked me. Carreras, Valverde. Carreras again, now with Vinny. Passing it back to Rodrigo. Good touch. Yeah, it's actually not. I thought he did a good one at first, but yeah, he just loses control basically immediately. Tchouaméni, and it's going to be a foul by Dean Huysen. It's a free kick for Villarreal. Yeah, next Saturday. Yeah, exactly. 9:45 next Saturday, my time. I don't know about your time. Yeah, 9:45 GMT +3. And this is going to be now with, I think, Marin. I think Marin's playing pretty high. What does Zabi have to achieve this season to keep his job? A title. A big title too. Champions League, La Liga. They're the 2 objectives to complete this season, or I'm pretty sure he's absolutely cooked if he doesn't win anything. Rodrigo, especially if Barca win multiple trophies and we don't, that's when the Real Madrid manager is definitely cooked. Jude plays it over to Brahim, takes the shot himself. I mean, that time, you know, you can be a bit selfish. Takes it. He assisted basically his own goal before. Jude, good pass, good run up the field as well. It's going to be a corner for Real, 90th minute. I think this is the last play of the game. I don't think there's much extra time here because there's no extra time board. I think it's going to be full time once this corner is taken. Vinny plays the corner short. It's going to be now back to Valverde. Now over with Brahim. He's going to take the ball deep, and it's going to be headed clear. Touched outside the box. It's going to be continued play, even though there's no extra time presented by the referee here. Kind of weird why we're, you know, still playing the game. It's going to be a throw-in now for Villarreal. How much extra time is it? +4. Okay, +4 has been announced. Does Real Madrid ever score from corner? They used to, not anymore, really. Not much as far as, you know. Last time they scored from the corner, I'm pretty sure Rudiger scored. And what do I think of Demon Slayer, Pancake Lover? I've actually never watched Demon Slayer. Actually, I did. I watched the new movie coming out, the Infinity Castle one. That was the first time I watched it. But yeah, like in terms of the series, I've never watched. Based on the movie, it was good. Didn't have too much action. I was going with a friend, and they said, you know, the action wasn't, you know, the standard. Camavinga long ranger, and that goes out. But yeah, you know. Here's what it is. I'm sure the series will be enjoyable. Maybe I should get into it because there's a trilogy of movies for that. Jude is absolutely bodied by Renato Veiga as well. I don't know how they didn't call a foul for that joke of a tackle. Come off. Now it's going to be over with Rodrigo and to Vinny. Okay, Rodrigo, Vinny again. Back to Rodrigo again. He might go in for a skill. Skill's past a couple. It should be a penalty for Real. Rodrigo's calling it. He's saying it is. The ref has not said anything here. Let's take a look quickly at the replay before I read that call. That is a pen. Oh my goodness. I don't know how the pen's being called. Not called there. What the heck? That is the... If that, you know, the first one, maybe it wasn't a pen altogether. You know, Vinny had a little bit of acting in there, a little bit, you know, it was a pen still, but not as clear as this one. This one is the most clear pen I have ever seen. And I think the referee is going to check this after they appeal, because what the heck? You watched it 2 years ago, you're rewatching, and then the movie. Okay, I see, Pancake. And you read the manga 2 years ago as well, so you know a little what happens in the movie. Fair enough. Yeah, I guess, you know, I've heard a lot about anime mangas are meant to be really good. Now, personally, I don't watch anime myself. But, you know, maybe I should start getting into it, you know. A lot of people watch it. That is crazy. That pen wasn't called. La Liga refs, I know. And then people actually say that we get too many pens. That is a pen. I'm not defending, you know, Real Madrid here and saying that, because I support Real Madrid. Of course, I'm going to defend them. But say I'm a neutral. That is a clear pen. That is one that should be called altogether. If you want a Demon Slayer of Jujutsu Kaisen, might be good ones. Okay. I've actually been recommended Jujutsu Kaisen by someone else. So yeah, maybe I should start with that one. They're in Japanese, right? If I'm correct. They're in like Japanese, whatever. And then you watch the English subtitles. I've heard not to watch dubs. I've heard they're supposed to be bad. Yeah, that is an absolute... just fumble right there by the referee there, not calling that. Vinny might go for a long ranger. I don't know. He's going to play it over to Carreras. About 20 seconds to score. Back to Vinny. He might go for a shot. He's going to skill in. Vinny playing it back to Jude. Jude, take the shot. He does, and it gets rocketed out. And Valverde might take a rocket, and it goes over. I think it hit someone in the crowd and absolutely cracked their skull open, because that was so hard of a shot from Valverde. I mean, I don't even want to know the kilometers per hour on that ball. Jeez. And lobotomy Kaisen is peak. Fair enough. Yeah, maybe I should consider watching it. I'll see what happens. Vinny trading shirts. It's full time here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all of you guys that are on here. Look, unfortunate, you know, for the start of the stream, you know, coming a little bit late. But we ended up covering basically all of it, you know. I think I just missed 1 minute. W's in the chat. Let's go. And I'll see you guys next time. Make sure like, smash like, subscribe, you know, because we do these every single day, basically. Streaming tomorrow I've actually moved the Minecraft stream instead of every Monday to every Sunday because it gets, it's a weekend for you guys. So I was a bit stupid putting it on Monday. But yeah, that will be fixed up. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for that stream. Hope you guys have a nice rest of your day. Goodbye. Good job, Real Madrid, I guess. So, I love Madrid. Let's go. W's.